Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. I know I've talked about this subject before, but here's a weird little new twist. So every now and again, you will hear a song. It doesn't matter what it is. You'll hear a song on the radio, you hear a song walking through a grocery store or something, and like 2 or 3 days later, you wake up and you're humming that song or you're singing that song and you don't know where it came from. Now, you can't really go figure it out. Did I hear that on the satellite radio? Did I hear that walking through the mall or wherever it was? But I've had one recently. When I'm at work during the day, iHeartRadio has a channel that plays nothing but Casey Kasem countdowns. And it's all the old vintage ones. And what they do is they rotate them. They'll start with a 1970s countdown. Then after that one finishes up, they'll then go to a 1980s countdown, then back to the 70s and back to the 80s. So usually you're listening to songs from the 70s and 80s, in whatever that given week. So you never know what you're going to get. And it's never, the corresponding week or the corresponding day. It's just random years, random dates, and sometimes I swear I hear the same ones, but who knows? For some reason, they kind of focus on 1983 to 85 in the 80s years, so I'll hear the same Culture Club songs. Not that I want to hear those songs. But what got me going is one of the 70s countdowns recently. He was talking about, Dear Casey, we've got not even a long distance, it was one of those, got a question, what song, blah, 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 was, the first number one, or the last number one instrumental, or the one who's got the most, something about songs that were instrumentals. And he was getting ready to play whatever the current instrumental hit was at the time. It may have been the theme from SWAT or something. I don't even remember what it was. That didn't matter, because that wasn't what I woke up to 3 or 4 days later. He mentioned the song, I believe it's called Love is Blue by Paul Muriat. Don't know who Paul Muriat is. Don't know if it's an orchestra. I believe that's the song it was. There have been vocal versions, there have been instrumentals, but that was like the hit version. And that was one of the answers or one of the songs he mentioned. I remember hearing that. Don't know why I remember hearing that. 3 or 4 days later, I wake up humming the song. Da, 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 da. Like, what the heck? I was going crazy. I mean, I knew I hadn't heard that song in forever. And again, I can't even remember. I think that's Paul Muriat is the artist or the band or whatever. Again, I don't remember. So it just drove me crazy until a couple days later. As I said, they have a tendency to repeat those things. I actually heard them mention the song again. I went, aha, that's what happened. So no longer do I have to be triggered by 6 notes or something, or the TV show Name That Tune or Shazam or whatever those music-driven shows are. All I have to do is somebody have to say an artist and title, and subliminally it gets me thinking about that. And again, why that song? I've never understood why we're triggered by the songs we're triggered. And we all have those memories. We all have those things where we hear a song and then we can't get it out of our mind. And then you wake up days in a row. And it's never something you want to wake up humming or singing. It's always weird stuff. It's always the stuff you never liked, or stuff you really don't even know who sings it sometimes. That those are the songs that kind of pop in there. But for some reason, it happened to me. That's when you know you got too much going on in your head. I don't have those memory problems. I don't need those memory drugs, because I got too much crammed in there. I just don't know why some of it escapes sometimes, especially when you don't want it to. Back next week, another Road Warrior. KevinMason.us. We're home to all the Road Warrior videos. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. YouTube username is Kevin Mason Music. Facebook username The Kevin Mason, I believe. Not that you need to find it. Man, if you just type in Kevin Mason Road Warrior in a Google search or a Bing search or a DuckDuckGo search, you will find a way to watch. And you're here already, so you know how to find them. We're back next week. Tell a friend. Have a good one. See what you're humming by tomorrow morning. See you next week. Another Road Warrior.